I went to a session that was focused on Web3. Raise your hand if you're already dabbing into Web3, cryptos, NFTs, metaverse. Like most of you, I've been hearing this term for quite some months, really over the last year, although it's been happening a lot longer than that, but I've never been included in those conversations. And so I've been very curious about what Web3 means and how someone like me can leverage that technology for what I'm going to build in the future. But there's never really been a place, a table, a room, a meeting, an event, a gathering that really was able to have a seat for me to come and sit in that conversation and be able to ask the questions in a way that make me feel comfortable, where I didn't feel like I had to say everything 100% correctly with the lingo. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I went to this conference and I decided to leave to go to this workshop that was strictly focused on Web3. The panel was literally a stage like this with about 5 chairs all across, and it was like what you see when you think about like a tech guy. That's what I was on the panel. And here I am walking in, firstly, not really understanding the lingo already, so I'm already a little bit, extremely intimidated. And I remember that I sat in that seat, and my heart was beating so fast, and so, like, I could feel it, like it was just coming out of my chest, as I decided to raise my hand and abruptly ask them a question. And the moment that the words left my mouth, I don't know what happened, but I just kept going. And I kept saying, but that doesn't make sense. But why are you explaining it that way? But can you show me, because I learned very visually, is there a picture? Like, how can you change the dynamic? Before you knew it, that panel had completely broken apart. One of the speakers literally leaves the stage to be able to come into the seats where we were to learn, and started passing this mic around left and right and actually asking people questions. Before you know it, I was literally sitting in my chair like this. And I had my notebook out, and I was wearing, like, I had a dress on. I don't know how I made that work, but I did. And I was taking notes, and I was like, no, but what about this? But what about that? And I changed that whole dynamic of that panel, and I actually learned something because I raised my voice and I asked questions so that I can understand this technology. Fast forward, Tech23, a media and entertainment company for the advancement of Latinos in tech, representing the 22 Latin American flags and the Latinos in the US, the 23rd Latinos. We had just finished publishing an interview with Mónica Talán, who has a website called Crypto Conexión that's fully in Spanish, and she's bridging this gap around understanding this technology that is going to revolutionize the way that you do life, literally, like every aspect. If you think about the workshop, if you were in the workshop around gender equality, every single one of those circles that was created in that diagram, in one way or another, you can leverage Web3 and this future technology to create that solution in a way that's going to be accessible. Here's the difference. If it's not you who is designing and building these technological products to solve the problems that you are facing, if it is not you who is designing this, it's going to be somebody that does not represent and understand the things that you are going through. It's going to be designed in a way that does not speak your language, that does not understand the struggle, that does not understand why the design does not work for you. And so the true key when we're talking about reimagining technology and innovation, it's you. Because you know your story. And you understand your struggle. And just like this girl that's standing on stage here right now, I'm a Mexican immigrant. I'm a first-generation college graduate. I am somebody that entered corporate America and left to be 1 year without salary to figure out how I was going to make the impact I wanted to make in the community. And then shortly after, I became the co-founder of Impact Hub in Houston. And Impact Hub is connected to over 109 cities around the world of entrepreneurs, like future entrepreneurs that I know are in this room, that are solving community problems, environmental, economic, social, through business. because business can do good. And if you're implementing technology and incorporating that into the design of the products that you are going to build to solve the problem that you know, that you go through every single day, you, as the key, are going to design something that it lasts, something that is relatable, and something that you want to use every day. You're going to be surprised at the impact that you will be able to make if you just use your voice, if you show up in rooms and you disrupt the conversation, if you ask the questions in the ways that you feel comfortable asking, regardless of what you see on stage, regardless of whether or not you see your face on that stage. You are the key to reimagining technology and innovation. Thank you.